The girl who was herding the cattle gulped down the milk. She did not notice the danger nearby at all. As the livestock became restless, a beast roar echoed through the air. Only then did the girl sense something was wrong. She took out the dagger from her waist and looked around uneasily. After a while, the forest returned to silence. No one knew what had happened inside. Since the girl did not return to the pasture all day, the ranch hand anxiously went to the priest. He asked the priest to help find the girl. The kind priest agreed. Led by a guide, several of them arrived at the place where the girl usually herded the cattle. Looking at the messy ground, the priest's adopted son John immediately sensed something was wrong. He guessed that the girl had stayed here for a while, but due to some situation she had fled from this place and abandoned the items on the ground. At this moment the priest noticed a headscarf in the distance. He guessed that the girl had disappeared around noon. Because of the heat she had taken off the scarf. Then the priest noticed the footprints on the ground. He measured the steps and inferred what had happened at that time. Although the priest and John analyzed the details carefully, the guide found bear claw marks in the distance, the chaotic ground, and the scratches on the tree trunk. All seemed to indicate that the girl had been attacked by a bear. So early the next morning, they took hunting dogs and began searching in the nearby forest. However, after calling out for a while, they discovered a deer that had been bitten to death. All these traces seemed to show that the girl's disappearance was probably related to a bloodthirsty bear. A bear had broken into the village. This news caused panic among the villagers. The next day when the priest was holding a prayer meeting, the villagers were discussing it outside the church. They were worried that the bear would threaten their lives. In order to gain public support, the wealthy lady of the village, Mrs. Hilda, called on the villagers. As long as someone killed that bear, she would give a generous cash reward and also give 10 bottles of brandy. This was not only a way for Mrs. Hilda to manipulate the crowd, but also a means to restrain the priest's moral authority and influence in the village. The news quickly spread among the people. The villagers rushed to the forest with all kinds of farming tools. They all wanted to hunt the brown bear and get the reward, but the priest deeply despised Mrs. Hilda's behavior. He firmly believed that there was another hidden reason behind the girl's disappearance.